Good morning, Order. It's me, Corey. I watched James's video Wednesday on making a character, and he said something that's probably a bit controversial. He said, min-maxing does not a character make, and I want to explore that just a little bit. First off, I want to talk about what is min-maxing. It goes by many names: power gaming, being a munchkin. It's all the same thing. It's tricking out your character for the best possible survival. It's basically trying to make a character that wins the game. I get why people want to do that. First, it allows you to kind of dominate the game. Any challenge, anything that comes your way, you can just punch your way right through it or do the most damage. The second reason people like to min-max is you like to look at systems and find the best ways to do things. They like to figure out the absolute best way to game a system to make the most for whatever it is that it's part of. This is the same for making a city in SimCity, making your World of Warcraft character, or even like playing the stock market. You want to create that meta system that will always work all the time, giving you the best probability of success. And that can be fun. That can be a fun endeavor. And I like doing that kind of thing. I like building my SimCity to be the most efficient SimCity you'll ever see. But this all goes to, what are you getting out of your game? Are you getting the satisfaction of making the perfect build, or are you getting the satisfaction of making a great character, a memorable character? And one would argue, if you have the stats to do it, the skills to pay the bills, that you'll create these great moments simply by having a character with the most opportunities to make the best plays. And there is something to be said for that. I had a friend who would make a character and then just sit at the table very quietly and not do anything until he thought he was sufficiently powerful, until he got enough XP in his character to feel like he was competent. And at that point, he would open up. He would suddenly start doing more and more things in the game. He would become a main player instead of a background player. To have the numbers on the page can be that source of confidence. But a lot of us, we don't get our confidence simply from the numbers on the page. We get it from making an enriching experience. And that could involve defeat. That could involve character death. We are searching for these experiences and try to use role-playing games to explore them. Yeah, it can seem a little hoity-toity, a little snobbery to say min-maxing isn't making good characters because of the criteria we use to assess what a good character is. Now, there are a lot of people out there that say, well, I can make a min-maxed character and roleplay him well and have those great experiences. Making stats does not make a character. This can be true if you are a very charismatic person. You can simply play a charismatic character that has whatever stats you want. That said, are you playing it with those stats? Are you playing the same character all the time simply because you want that min-max character? And the last one is, I see a lot. Are you forcing a personality into your character build that isn't there? I see it all. I see people write character backgrounds twisting themselves in knots to make sure that their min-maxed character makes sense within the parameters of what the GM wants for the game. They'll do it. I can do it. I would pride myself on doing that exact thing, that I could write anything into anything just to contrive a character into a setting. But all of these things that I've said, all of them, may not detract from the fun of the game, which is the main thing that you really have to worry about. Is this game fun with this character? Sometimes the answer is yes. The game is great with this character. The character brings something to the game, even if it's a min-maxed power gaming fudge monkey. But more often than not, a min-maxed character can be problematic, as it has a forced personality or having a tendency to run the table to make sure other people don't get opportunities to shine, or throwing off the balance of the PC so it's hard for a game master to make good challenges that suit the entire party. All of these things make power gaming a problem. So game masters are always on the lookout for this. And if you're one of those people who need to defend power gaming, you need to think about the other people at the table instead of thinking about yourself. Yeah, I went there. And even though I used to do some power gaming, and I think every guy who is into the hobby has a span in which they dabble in power gaming, those that stick with the hobby realize that there are more enriching ways to play these games. I'll talk to you guys next week, and remember, never stop gaining experience.